Hello and welcome to GFNY Gruppo. This is your host Luis Lemus. On this episode, not only we have some new sunglasses of GFNY, but also we're gonna be talking about climbs. Yes, climbing. One of those parts of cycling that some love, some others hate. And we're gonna look on the GFNY calendar to see which are the 5 hardest climbs on the GFNY World Series. Let's go and check them out. Before going to our main talking point of this week, which is the climbs of the GFNY World Series, we're gonna be talking about some of the new arrivals on the shop. The new GFNY Gruppo sunglasses. You can see the lenses, how big they are. These lenses, I've been trying them all week. You can see some of the pictures if you follow me on social media. These are pretty cool. Not just good looking, but also functional. You know, when you're sprinting and the lenses start to fall down on your nose and then you need to push them, this is like not happening at all with these sunglasses. You don't see anything else of different colors because these, with the big lenses, they cover basically everything. They fit pretty cool on top of your helmet. There's no question, this is the best way to go with your GFNY kit. And we're gonna be giving away some GFNY sunglasses at the end of the show. But before that, let's go and see this nice new promo of GFNY Uruguay Colonia. Yes, the race is happening, the day is set, and check the video. So let's talk about climbing. Climbing is that part of cycling when it's you and your machine, your bicycle, against the gravity, against the gradient, against everything. There's nothing you can do to hide on a climb. There's where you see your true fitness. There's where you see your true panache. You're just grinding the pedals, chewing the handlebar to get to the top. But let me tell you, the view is gonna be worth it. You're gonna look back to see the effort that you've done, and it's one of those amazing sensations that cycling gives us. That's why, personally, I really love climbing. Even if you're not good at it, I think everyone has that sensation when they have conquered a mountain, a climb, a hill, anything else. So we're gonna look at 5 of the hardest climbs on the GFNY World Series. We're gonna start with Chipinque. Chipinque, it's on GFNY Monterrey. It is 10.3 kilometers long. You accumulate 655 meters of climbing. The average gradient is 6% with a max of 9.1%. So with a max of 9.1, this may not be the steepest climb, but it's definitely a very solid climb. It's 10 kilometers and it's also the end of the race. Monterrey is basically flat, but then you have this great climb at the end. That really also makes it harder because, you know, everyone's saving the energy to the climb. So I've done the race many times and it's one climb where you leave everything you had. That really makes it even harder. After that, let's go to a shorter climb, but not because it's shorter means it's easier. It's on GFNY Italy. The climb is on Montepulciano. It's just 4.9 kilometers long. It's the shortest on our list, but it's 6.6% average with a max gradient of 15.5%. And also, as Chipinque, this is the end of the race. You know, GFNY Italia is not the longest race, but it's a very hard one because you go on this starreto, which is like the gravel section that you had on the Toscana, which is very hard. It sucks all the energy you have, and then at the very end of the race you have this very steep climb to get your medal. So when you get it, it's gonna feel like gold. The third mountain on our list is, I think, the most popular one, Bear Mountain. I'm guessing that most of you know this climb. Bear Mountain is of course on New York on the GFNY World Championships. Bear Mountain is 6.7 kilometers long with an average grading of 5.1% and a max grading of 10%. Bear Mountain is on the middle of the race. So maybe you're not gonna win GFNY World Championships on Bear Mountain. It's a very important part of the race. You need to be up front, you need to be aware of the attacks, of the change of tactics and accelerations on every group, and you need to be careful because if you leave all your energy on Bear Mountain, there's still a lot of climbing left to do. If you know the race on the way back, it's very hard. It's very hard. So I can tell you, save a little bit of energy, make sure you get in the front group or in a group that you're comfortable with, but also save something because all the way back to George Washington Bridge, it's very hard. Second to last on our list is GFNY Santa Fe. It has one of the longest climbs on the series. It's 22.7 kilometers with 1,091 meters of climbing, an average grading of 4.2% and a maximum grading of 11.8, which is a lot. GFNY Santa Fe, it's also a mountaintop finish and it's also at altitude. The very top is very high, oxygen is low, the sensations is that you cannot breathe, you've been climbing already for almost an hour, you've been racing for almost 4 or 5 hours, then it really gets the best out of you. There's no other way. You really suffer there and you get the very best out of yourself. And again, you get to the finish line, you cross it and it's like relief. I've done it. I've conquered the mountain. And last but not least is our longest climb. This is a new climb on the GFNY World Calendar. And it's of course on GFNY Alpes Bugeny. We're talking about none other than La Croix de Fer. Sorry if my French is not good enough, but La Croix de Fer, it's 24.1 kilometers long, 1,515 meters of climbing, an average grading of 4.7%. This climb is just way too long. It's hard. And this is also the very beginning of the race. So definitely, I think this part is gonna be crucial if you want to perform on the race. We haven't done it on the GFNY World Series. It's the next race that is set to be on this 2020 rescheduled calendar. So let's see how the race goes and let's see those times. Remember, one of the best parts of climbing is that you can every year you go back to the races, you can compare your times with your last year's times, with others. So that's one of my favorite parts of climbing, that you can always measure your effort, put the work on the training, put the work on the feeding, on your resting, on everything. So you just make a better effort, save 1-2 minutes on the climb, and that really feels amazing. So that's our 5 hardest climbs on the GFNY World Series calendar. Let us know if we missed one. Let us know if you have done one, or if you know these climbs for you, which one is the hardest one. We want to see your comments. And if you do so, you're gonna be on the chance to win some GFNY sunglasses, because yes, we have some new sunglasses and we want to share the love with everyone. So make sure to leave your comments on the comment section down below. Make sure to subscribe to the channel, like the video, share with your friends. So when you go to your next GFNY race, you're gonna be wearing some nice new glasses and look very sharp. See you on the road.